Alright guys, I forgot to turn on the mic so many times while shooting this video. If you want to run a business for much easier, for less competition, and also business that able to take care of your family, your life, and your girlfriend, then this video for you. I'm gonna talk about why doing business for long term is much more easier to do business for short term. And for any of you who just came to the channel, my name is Paul, become the physical trader. We are here focusing on talking about physical commodity trading, international trade, how to do business in that industry, and how to run a sustainable business. We are here to be a reliable business partner where we're going to be here for the next 10, 20, 30, 40 years, or even two next generations to help you purchase product safely without worry about being scammed, without worry about the quality, the quantity, and the pricings, because we want to do business with you long term. We don't want short term profit. And this is also topic of this video. So let's talk about an example why doing business long term is much more easier. Because when we're talking about long term, we're talking about being consistent also for a long period of time, to remain reputation, to remain quality, to remain and improve every single day to be better. If you go to a random people on the street, for example, if me right now go on the street randomly and started to asking people, hey, would you like to do business with me? And tomorrow we're gonna be able to make money. Then the majority of the society are gonna say yes, they would love to do it. And they would love to participate in that adventures because make money tomorrow. If I go to another hundreds people and I ask about, hey, let's do this business together. After a month of consistently, we're gonna finally see our first profit. Then majority of people gonna refuse. Majority of people not gonna willing to participate, not gonna be willing to consistent doing the same actions, on constantly looking for clients, on constantly developing business for a month. So even though some of them gonna say yes, but you don't know the reality. They could lie about it. So it's not a good idea. One, let's say that you go and ask and just told people that, hey, I want to do this big business. I got this big visions. I want to have 100 employees. We're gonna able to take care of our family, our friend, our relative forever. We're gonna change our life forever. But I think it's gonna take us at least 6 years in order for us to get there. Then the majority of people that you speak to gonna refuse. You know why? Majority of people gonna say, I don't want to do that big. I love my life right now. If they are a person who already have money, or in a different scenario, they're gonna say that, oh man, 6 years, that's so much of the times. I couldn't do it. I don't have 6 years to focus on something. I cannot be consistent for 6 years. I don't want that much trouble, that much headache. I don't want that much problems in my life. So kick me out of that. And maybe you talk to thousand people, you couldn't find one person who actually willing to join into that venture with you. And because of that, is a line when society say that they want to make money. They want to get the result of money, which is able to comfortably drink all these nice water, nice looking meal, to see all these nice scenario on a top roof coffee, being able to take care of the family, but they're not willing to put the work in order to get there. And the majority of people who already start the business, they are a short-term profit chaser. And what do I mean by that? Majority of them gonna be wanted to get extra short-term profit and willing to ruin their reputation for that. Let me give you an example. All right, last couple of days ago when I packing a container of mangrove charcoal. I go to a province named Tiền Giang in order to purchase the mangrove charcoal, and there's my supplier. The first container I packed with him, everything go fine, but a couple containers later, he decided to pushing some of the broken charcoal, uncarbonized charcoal, and also the charcoal that from different wood. Even though I buy specific wood, I guess there's high probability that because the charcoal price was going up so much that he could not handle anymore. That reason why he not tell me. Just go ahead and he pushing some bad charcoal in. And from that again to the headache with my client, I told my client that doesn't matter how many product that was not what I promised. I'm gonna pay for every gram of that because I care about my reputations. When I forward this information about this broken charcoal came from our bag to my charcoal producer, charcoal supplier, he denied. Today, I just text him again. I said that, hey, I don't need you to pay me any money. Call me back. I just want to talk. I just want to know what the heck happened. And you know what he decided to do? He quiet. All right. So that's not a good behavior to run a business. So just think about it. Usually, right now, he's making around $500 for each container that I pack with him. And the amount of container that I just ordered him is 4 containers. And in my capacity, I know that if we consistently remain our responsibility, our reputations, our quality, we're gonna be able to pack so much more container after that. We're gonna be able to pack 10 container a month of different type of charcoal. But the man was thinking to himself somehow that he decided to ruin his reputation because he saw that, hey, if I adding few of these broken charcoal in, I'm gonna be able to squeeze out the extra profit of $400 for 4 containers, which means $100 for each container. And I don't know why he think that's a good idea. I don't think why he think that's a good idea. He don't think that, hey, if I continue to do business with this kid, with this person for next 10, 20, 30 years, I'm going to be able to happily raise my family for next 10, 20, 30 years. He don't think that. He decided to ruin his reputations. And then I have to took all that responsibilities because I want to keep my reputation. He don't want to. All right. So that's one example. A second example is that when I at Saigon, guys, the biggest city in Vietnam on the side of the south, Ho Chi Minh City, as people name it right now. There's times where I book a taxi app. It's named Sun SM. Sun SM is an app from the richest person in Vietnam, from his company, from his corporations. It's like Uber. All right, this person come by and then I sat on the motorbike. I have plenty of conversations with the car Uber, the car Sun SM, the car taxi service of that brand. And I find out that they make roughly around $1,300 every single month. And if you compare that to a person who is a motorbike driver, a motorcycle driver, for the same app, they have same 24 hours of serving the service of that app. They make around $500. So it was roughly 2.5 more of your income if you switch to become a car driver. And the only thing you need is a driver license. You know why? Because the company gonna provide all this vehicle for you. They just need a driver. So I was so curious, because when you sat on a car, you don't get all the dust, You don't get all the problems of the sunlight attacking your face. You don't get all the problems of the hot weather in Vietnam. You don't get into all that problems. And also, usually the customer gonna tip you more, and there's higher probability you're gonna make cheaper the money compared to drive a motorbike. So I went on to, I think around five motorbike driver and asked them, hey, why don't you switch over to become a car driver? You could do so. You could make more money, and it only took you around a month. Why don't you do it? And the answer is as expected, guys. They say that, it takes too much time. It's take too much money. It's take too many headache. I just don't want to do it. I know how to drive a motorbike. I don't know how to drive a car. And which make no sense because it's only take you very little money, around $400 to learn how to drive, and then you could enjoy the triple income within a month only. A month only. And that, how crazy that is. Even just a month of effort to put in, majority of people refuse to do it. And there's still millions of people drive motorbike on the side of the street right now because they don't have a car driver license in Vietnam. They're still using this technology taxi app, It's the Vietnam Uber, Grab, all of that stuff. Vietnam don't have Uber, guys. All right, so I just share you these two stories. And the thing is, the difference between the people who could get the profit more, who could take care of their family easily, who don't have any competitions, it's just about they're willing to put in more time, money, and effort to man the business, to do it long terms, because you keep your reputations. It takes time, money, effort to keep your reputation, to remain your reputation. It takes time, money, effort to remain your quality and not put any stuff in. You could make little more profit from that, but for long terms, I'm gonna make more than you, because majority of you guys not gonna willing to do it. Majority of you guys just want a short-term profit, and that's silly. That's silly. So that's the reason why doing business long terms is much easier, because it requires much more effort at the beginning. And after you get through the 6 years, 5 years of building these huge organizations, finish your huge visions, then your life would be easy, guys. You could go and enjoy sushi every single day, eat everything you want. And you're probably not going to be worried about tomorrow paycheck. All right. So let's talk about another example so you guys could understand this. All right. If you drove a car right now, if you sat on a car right now, or you have seen a car in your life, and I bet you have seen a car in your life, doesn't matter, are you on a mountain, are you down to the sea or whatever anymore, I bet you have seen a car before. Let's think about a Toyota. When talking about Toyota, we think about it's reliable vehicle. It's good run for 100 miles, 100,000 miles without broken down, right? So you like the car. You know that they make plenty of profit. They are employing internationally. They serve majority of the people on the planet. And they having the whole headquarters that bigger, much bigger than anybody home. All right. And if you think about, oh, that product is amazing. They sell millions of cars every single years. Why couldn't I do it? And then ping is gonna be answers right away. Wait, if I want to build a car tomorrow, could do it? The answer is no. You cannot build a car tomorrow. Could you build a car in the next 5 years? Might be, but it's still not gonna be better than them, because they have smartest mind in the world to group it together in order to build that car. So maybe it take you 10, 20 years in order to build a car. And then when you get there, they already pass you so far because they're willing to already building this so many years of experience, so many years of talent, people, so many times, effort, money put into the corporation for so many years already. So that's the reason why they're able to create a product where if you are a new person coming into the business along, I'm gonna talk about should you do business by yourself in the future, but the answer is gonna be no, guys, no, you should do it with people. So if you want to build a car like Toyota, so that you don't have to pay them, you have to at least figure out by yourself for 20 years to build it, right? To have the same technology, to have the best technology. If you're so smart, you are so special, maybe take you a couple of years to get the same car that they built out for you. And it's gonna take you millions of dollars of effort, times, money. So when you think about that, you just, nah, I'm gonna buy a car from Toyota. I'm not gonna go ahead and build it myself. Because you know to yourself, it's like a lot of times, money, and effort. You're not gonna compete with them, you're not gonna do it by yourself, right? So the same thing happened with this cup. You're not gonna do it by yourself. You need a factory for that. You need a kilns in order to burn the glass. And also, like this teaspoon, like this MacBook, like this iPhone, like this camera and shooting on, you're not gonna build by yourself because they create so much value in order to build these things. It costs them $100,000, millions of dollars to build this product. And now they deserve to make the profit, to protect the family, to protect the employee, and to do better. So that's the video, guys. That's why running business for long term is much more easier. When you put more effort, time, and money to build something that people cannot just copy you the day tomorrow, then that's it, guys. You could spend 10 years to build your reputations. People could lie about specific things to ruin their reputations, and then another person could invent another line and they could do it instantly. They could get client instantly. But for 10 years, they cannot build that reputations. You're gonna have that better than them. Doesn't matter how good as you, are you a good spoken man or not. For a span of 10 years, if you're choosing the long-term way, these liars, the faker, the scammer, just gonna go away. Alright guys, so that's the video. Thank you for watching and hopefully to see you guys soon. And I'm gonna enjoy my cup of whatever drink I have over there. I don't know what its name. Oh, the name is really sexy. The name of this glass is The Girl from the Beetle, which is the city that I sat on right now. So drinking The Girl. Alright, bye guys.